Welcome to episode 8 of Battlefield 1 Captured, the series where you tell me what you want to know and you get to win some cool prizes along the way. This week we are tanking, solo. This piece of armor can be really valuable to your team, and learning how to operate on your own, supporting the rest of your team, it can be very rewarding. The prize, one more Xbox One S Battlefield 1 bundle to be given away. Christmas is fast approaching, and I'm sure there are plenty of you out there who'd love to get your hands on this one. More details to come at the end of the video, but make sure you stay tuned to be in with a chance of winning the last one. So, going solo. Now as a tanker, it's really important to know your role. For this video, we're going to be focusing on the light tank, which does only have one seat, so we can really focus on learning what that role is, how to play it effectively, and to pay attention to what's going on around you. We'll start with the class soldier specifically because it's very important that you select the right weapon that you want to use. The tanker class comes with its own unique set of primary weapons, most of which do exist in some other form in the game, but they're designed to help the driver out when he needs it most. It's really important you pick one that you're comfortable with. I've gone with the From a Stop Auto because, as the name suggests, it's fully automatic. This means in close quarters, I can compete with assault players, but you do sacrifice some damage, meaning you'll need to land more shots to kill your opponent. The weapon you choose is really your only help if you decide to venture out of your tank. Maybe you've hopped out of it to repair it or to arm an objective. Be sure to pick one you're comfortable with. Once you've got the war bonds to buy them, I'd buy them all and then see which one suits you best. After that, we need to choose the best tank weapon set. Now we have the close support, which is the default for the light tank, the flanker, and the howitzer. For going solo with the light tank, I'd recommend the flanker, and that's what I'll be explaining in this video. For me, it strikes a really good balance between armor and infantry, leaning more a little bit towards the infantry side. The light tank comes with a full 360-degree turret, which gives you a great view of what's going on around you and is a very valuable tool when you're coming up against other tanks. Switching between first-person and third-person view is another very useful tool, and one that you should be using all of the time. For example, when you're repairing, switch to third-person to make sure no enemies are sneaking up on you. With the flanker loadout, you have two main weapons at your disposal. A main 20mm cannon, 15 rounds a pop, and then a canister shell, fully automatic, 15 rounds a pop. The canister can absolutely decimate infantry at close to medium range, and it's basically your go-to in close quarters environments. As I mentioned, being a solo tanker, you need to be mopping up all the enemy infantry as well as combating enemy armor. The main 20mm cannon does do decent damage against infantry as well, but that's mainly reserved for the armor. This will deal a small amount of damage per shell that lands on a target, but with 15 shells available, fully automatic, before you need to reload, there's plenty of opportunity there to scare off enemy tanks or even finish one off. The third slot in the flanker loadout provides you with a quick repair tool. If your tank happens to be disabled, hit this option and your tank will become instantly mobile again and might be able to get you out of a sticky situation. It doesn't replace the repair function of you sitting inside the tank or you jumping out and repairing it with your proper repair tool. And the fourth slot is anti-tank mines. You sort of poop them out of the back whilst you drive along in the light tank. And these are awesome for placing in high activity areas of the map. Say at corners of roads on Amiens, or on the tracks if you want to leave a little surprise for an enemy armoured train. So with the flanker loadout, all seems fairly jolly right now, but there are some downsides that you do need to be aware of. For me, it's the best loadout for the light tank, but being aware of its drawbacks is just as important as it could save your life. Firstly, the cannon on the front. That thing can only hold one type of ammunition at any one time. The main 20mm shells or the canister shells. Now as it reloads, the tank puts 15 shells back in for you and then you get to fire them again. If you decide to switch ammo types halfway through, say you fire 7 canister shots, and then you want to move to the 20mm shells, you're only going to have 8 of those 20mm rounds to fire before the tank needs to reload. The 15 shells are all in the same pool, if you will, but you need to remember and pay attention to the ammo counter in the bottom right hand corner to see how many you've got left. Now, the best tip I can give you, if you're in the clear and there's no enemies around you and you've got half your shells left in that reload, just go and reload then. Get the full 15 back in there and you're ready to go. And secondly, the light tank is fairly vulnerable to enemy attack. It is only you in there. If you take damage, you're basically on your own. A few hits from a field gun, an AT rocket gun, or the cannons on the other tanks, the land ship or the heavy tank, and you're, well, basically done. The key here is positioning, and keeping side onto targets can be very effective. If something hits your light tank head on from the front, it's going to do more damage. So keep your side facing the enemy and spin that turret round 90 degrees and you'll stand a better chance at surviving the battle. Also, and this applies to pretty much any tank battle, it's only worth engaging an enemy tank or armor when you have the upper hand. There's no point taking on a heavy tank out in the open if you're in a light tank because you're going to lose. Use cover and tank positioning to keep the advantage on your side and play it safe. The same goes for infantry. Don't bowl into a heavily populated infantry area. The anti-tank grenades will have you exploding in just seconds. Take it easy, use your angles, and keep yourself alive. The light tank is the most nimble and infantry-like of all the tanks in the game, and playing it almost like a soldier moving up with infantry, being part of their group, is where it excels. The flanker loadout is the best in my opinion, and with the tips in this video, I hope you'll find more success out there on the battlefield. And that brings an end to our 8th episode now of Battlefield 1 Captured. We're nearly at the end of the series. Make sure you head over to the Battlefield 1 Captured website. The link is on the screen right now, or you can click it in the description, and go and vote so you can tell me what you want to know about Battlefield 1 next. Also, you can enter our giveaway for that last unit of the Xbox One S Battlefield 1 bundle as well. Answer the question on the Battlefield 1 Captured website correctly, and you could be in with a chance of winning. You need to click the video at the top of the page to answer the question. That last bundle is all we've got left for the series. With 2 episodes left to go, there is still plenty of time to get your name in there and be in with a chance of winning it. Stay tuned over the next couple of Fridays for the next episodes. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Westie, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.